Good morning and welcome to Tom Dave's Live. Today we have a special guest, Shawna Grande. How are you today, Shawna?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for jumping on the Tom Dave's Live this morning. And I'd like for you to share just a little bit about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. So I was born in Hawaii and ended up moving to Grass Valley and was a Grass Valley native for about 27 years. I was a single mom very young. I had my first daughter at 16. So I have always been a mom and done the whole career juggling kids thing my entire life. And then I recently actually moved to Auburn about 2 years ago. So venturing down to like the Auburn Roseville area recently. So
Wow. Well, that's awesome. So, what do you do with your spare time? What do you do for fun when you have spare time?
right. So I love to snowboard. I like to go boating. I actually have kind of a secret little thing I like to do when it comes to furniture. I like to restore furniture. So if you need any restorations on the table, let me know. Mainly just spend time with my family. I'm the oldest of seven. So we have a lot of kids and people in our family. So being the boss of all those siblings, I go to Chico quite a bit. They're from there. We have got family dinners and gatherings and all that stuff. So just a lot of stuff with the family.
Wow, well, that's great. Sounds like you have a full, busy life
Yes.
that you keep balanced. So that's awesome. Well, that's great. Well, tell us a little bit about your real estate journey. What inspired you to get into real estate in the first place?
All right. So kind of a funny, crazy story. I ran doctor's offices for 19 years. So the being with people and collaborating was kind of a thing that I was already familiar with. I wanted to actually be an interior designer, but then having my daughter so young, I wasn't able to do that. I wanted to move to New York and spend other people's money and decorate their homes, and that just didn't happen. So, what happened was I actually had gone out on a houseboating trip with a group of people, and I did not know that one of the couples was a gal who was in real estate. And so she's, top producer in Grass Valley, and we got to know each other. And kind of a funny story. I was like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, you don't know who I am?" So she still jokes like, "Oh, I don't know who you are." She actually, after hanging out with her for the day, said, "I really think you'd be great at real estate." So it just kind of was in the back of my head. I had kind of, plateaued in the medical field unless I went back to school. So I was looking for something else to do, and I jumped on getting my license, and I started in the little tiny office of Century 21 in Grass Valley, little house on Brunswick Road. There's about 5 agents in there, and I was one of the top producers my first 4 years of real estate. So it was really a great thing, and I love it. I love what I do.
Wow. And you just provide such great value to your clients and provide such great service. It's no surprise that you've been a top producer in the business. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
And and because of that, you could have joined any real estate company. And so let me ask, and I'm super excited to announce that you've joined EXP Realty now.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to join EXP Realty?
So for me, I really had to start looking at my numbers, especially being. So I ended up moving to the Roseville office about 2 years ago, and I moved to the Roseville office thinking that I was going to have these top producing agents that I was going to be able to follow and watch the way that they work and the way that they move and just because it all matters. And I ended up being the top producer, one of the top producers in that office as well. So for me, I think what it was for one, I wanted to have something bigger, something to look forward to, some really good marketing, and I think EXP. What stood out for me was they're going with the times right now. We have a lot of millennials, we have a lot of techie people buying homes, and so they want to see your marketing, and they want to see, what you can do for them when it comes to a listing. I actually had a listing appointment, and they would not list with me because I was with Century 21, because they said it was an older company, and that made me think for a second. Looking at the numbers as well, when I was looking at my production and my numbers, um, you know, having a franchise fee at companies is a big thing. It might only be 1% of your check or your income, but it really adds up. And I started looking at $20,000 a year, for a single woman, and the way prices are these days and everything. It's quite a lot of money to just say that you're with a certain company. I feel like if you take care of your clients in a certain way, and you work in a certain way, and you're honest and you're dependable, they don't necessarily care what company is backing you up, as long as it's something that is for them. So it was, the franchise fee was one thing. You guys are just amazing. I looked up the way you do things and your marketing, and just all of that, and it just made complete sense for me to be able to build upon, because I kind of felt like I was plateauing, even only after 4 years, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to mentor people, and I want to just be fully into the business, and I think that's just something EXP is all about. So I'm really really excited to join with you guys.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. A few things that I took away from that. Number one is that you're a smart girl. You looked at the numbers. And I know in this whirlwind of real estate business, I mean, we just get so busy serving clients and working in our business, we don't take time to work on our business. So that's awesome that you took a look at the numbers, because the bottom line is it comes down to math. A lot of times we all learned math in school, and we have to take what we learned and use it and take action in our careers. So that's awesome for you to take a look at the numbers, and as well as the marketing. I mean, in this day and age of the commoditized world that we're in right now, oh my gosh, we have to stay ahead of the competition with our marketing, because it just seems like people are getting barraged constantly with agents and companies and different advertisements with social media and Instagram and TV. So that's awesome that you looked at the marketing to really differentiate yourself, because that's the bottom line, is we all need to differentiate ourselves from other, as well as technology. I mean, you mentioned technology. You also mentioned millennials. Millennial is the largest group of people in the country right now. It surpassed the baby boomers. So the millennials, and let's face it, they're all going to buy homes. They decided, okay, well, I'm going to quit going out to the clubs, and I think it's time to settle down and raise a family and buy a home, right? As well as the technology, and that you just want to grow and you want to continue to serve, not only serve clients, but serve other agents and give back to the real estate community. So that
I feel like a big thing with EXP that people also should know is the model of it. It's just the way you can grow and the way you can progress in your business. To me, so I was either going to go get my broker's license and open my own company and have agents underneath me. I love to teach, I love to mentor, I love to show people what I know and help them in any way I can. But another thing with EXP that I think a lot of people don't realize, actually, and it's one of the only companies that you can do this, I can actually basically be a broker without the broker's license, without the liability and the insurance and everything that comes along with it. And I can build my team under EXP and be able to serve my team without actually having to be a broker and go off on my own, and still have the support of a huge company and a huge name, and people like you behind me. So that was, besides money and numbers, everybody wants money and numbers, of course, but for me, you have to do business planning, and you have to figure out, what am I going to do in 15 years? Today, what am I doing today that's going to benefit myself and my clients and my agents, hopefully on my team, in 15 years. So I think that model as well, people don't realize they can come in and have people underneath them and mentor and support them and build, just an empire, really. I want to build an empire. So.
Well, that's awesome. I'm getting more excited as we go through this call. And I love the fact that you're so abundant minded. There's so many agents that are scarcity minded and they don't want to share and they don't really want to give back to our real estate community, but you're
Right.
just so, that's scarcity minded. And so, and then when, of course, when we're abundant, we want to share and give back to others. And I love the fact also that you mentioned that this opportunity really gives us the opportunity to scale and expand and grow worldwide with really, no capital risk on our part. We don't have to write out a big check to expand and scale and grow to different new markets. Plus, there's no geographic restriction. We can go anywhere. And then also, so there's no capital risk. And then also, there's no broker liability on our part. I'm a broker, and I know a lot of other brokers that realize that, wow, real estate is an extremely litigious business, and it's great to have the support and the backing of eXp Realty. Well, this is so great, Shawna. What's the best way to reach out if someone wants to get a hold of you? How can they reach out?
So they can give me a call or text on my cell phone. That number is 530-210-5345. I'd be happy to share my business plans with you, take on any clients or referrals you may have. If you are thinking about possibly joining eXp, I would be happy to show you the video model and explain that to you and why that was my choice after speaking to numerous companies as well. They can email me at Shawna, and it's with a W, SHAWNA, at homesbyshawna.com. I'm huge on Facebook, so just Shawna Grande on Facebook or Shawna Grande on Instagram as well. And I'm happy to help. I've got a new licensed guy in Chico, actually, who's going to be coming up under me in the next couple weeks when his, it's taking time for the licenses to go through. But, and I've been, showing him the model and structure, and so he's already ready to join eXp as well. It's just it's a no-brainer. Honestly, it's a great company, and I couldn't be happier. So
awesome. Well, Shawna, it's so great to see you again. Thank you so much. If any of you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Shawna, myself, we're here to serve and help. And thank you, everyone, and have a great day. See you, Shawna.
Thank you. Thanks. Have a good day.
Bye now.